At the start of the 2018 to 2019 NBA season, several teams contacted the league office with a request. They wanted approval for players to wear Nike's Court Dry Fit 2.0 tie-back headband during games. Now, NBA uniform rules are specific. Headbands can't be wider than 2.5 inches. They must be entirely white, black, or match team colors, and they must feature the NBA logo. The league never formally responded, so as the season progressed, players experimented. In the middle of that year, Philadelphia 76ers forward Mike Scott started wearing the tie-back headband inside out. The visible logo was Nike's, but flipped inward, it technically complied with league rules. No NBA logo violation, no color issue, no size issue. It looked different. The long flaps trailed behind his head when he ran. It gave him a distinct presence on the floor, and Philadelphia loved it. Scott already had a cult following with his Sixers fans. The headband only amplified it. It wasn't just an accessory, it became part of his identity. Then something bigger happened. Teammate Jimmy Butler joined him. Now, it wasn't just a role player making a fashion statement, it was one of the league's stars. The Sixers were winning, Butler was playing at a high level, and every time the camera zoomed in, those flaps were there. More players adopted the look. What began as a workaround was becoming a trend. By March, Nike began producing tie-back headbands with the official NBA logo stitched onto them. At first, they weren't even widely available through official team stores. Equipment managers had to go to local sporting goods stores just to find one. When Butler wanted a red one to match a red uniform, the movement spread. Miles Turner embraced it, saying it was cool to switch things up and add more swag to the game. Around the league, players were experimenting with their look in a way that felt organic. The Ninja headband wasn't changing the game, but it was changing how the game felt. And by the end of the 2018 to 2019 season, it had become one of the defining visuals of the year. Fans were buying them. Players were embracing them. Even LeBron James posted a photo of himself wearing one, teasing the possibility of debuting the look next season. If LeBron wore it, it would have been over. The trend would have become permanent, but it never got that chance. Unfortunately, on September 6, 2019, Mike Scott, the man who started the Ninja headband, took to Twitter with unexpected news. Ninja-style headwear would not be allowed for the upcoming season, and just like that, it was done. 3 days later, the NBA released its explanation. The headwear hadn't gone through the official approval process. There were concerns about safety, concerns about consistency in size and length. The league said it chose not to intervene mid-season the year before to avoid disruption, but moving forward, the headbands would not be permitted. For many fans, the reasoning felt abrupt. If safety was the issue, why wait until the offseason? An entire season had passed without major incident. Players had worn them in nationally televised games, playoff battles, and high-contact situations. Some players reacted publicly. Montrezl Harrell questioned how something worn all year without issue could suddenly be considered unsafe. Reports later indicated that the NBA's competition committee discussed concerns about the looseness of the headwear, specifically the possibility of someone tugging it during play. But to many, it felt like a solution in search of a problem, especially when similar tie-back headbands have existed in other professional sports for years. In tennis, players like Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal have worn them without controversy. Functionally, they do the same thing as traditional sweatbands. They keep sweat and hair out of players' eyes. The only difference is aesthetic. And maybe that was the point. The Ninja headband gave players individuality. It gave them edge. Dunks looked more cinematic. When Harrell later appeared on the jump, he admitted it had become part of his routine, part of his look. But he made it clear it wouldn't affect how he played. Still, something had changed. The following season, the flaps were gone. The visual energy they brought disappeared with them. No LeBron debut. The era had lasted only months. Today, years later, the tie-back headband still hasn't returned to NBA courts. It's unclear whether the approval process ever moved forward or whether the decision quietly became permanent. But fans haven't forgotten, because sometimes it's the small things, the unexpected things, that make a season memorable. And for a brief stretch in 2019, the NBA felt just a little more expressive, a little more cinematic, and for many, a little more fun. And maybe one day, the Ninjas return.